On Fridays, we like to feature a segment completely curated by the hot young producer, who is Albert, of course.
Albert, thank you.
Do you not say fresh-faced anymore? His face
I don't
is still
say
fresh,
fresh-faced.
You know?
I used to call him fresh-faced producer Albert.
He's still fresh. I think
I still could.
When you take that away,
I like the nickname,
kind of
the commissioner.
sad.
I like the commissioner. Started calling him the commissioner.
Is Albert an elder millennial? Because that's a category. Albert, are you an elder millennial?
I'm 32. I'm like in the meat of it.
You're in the middle. You're like a middle-aged millennial.
Yeah.
I got to tell you something, Albert. 32 may be the very best age you can be. I think 32 is the it's the juiciest sweet spot. 31 is better, you think?
A little better.
Well, you know what? Wait
Your
a minute.
knees don't ache at 31.
Yeah, you're right. 31 might be a little bit better, Albert. Sorry. Yeah. Wait. 30, I think, is probably even better. All right. So we take a meeting. 32, sorry, Albert. No, 31. No, 30 is strong.
Jesus made it to 33, so you have one good year yet left, right?
This is Friday Fabulous Florida.
It's time for Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
A look at the weirdest stories from our weirdest state.
It is with great regret, my friends, that I must inform you of an arrest in Florida. That's right. I know it's off-brand for them. An irate Florida customer has been arrested. This customer, so irate, they threw a lollipop at the manager of the Family Dollar store.
Wow.
So, yes. An irate Florida man is now dealing with the law. He tossed a lollipop at a Family Dollar manager during a heated argument.
Isn't a lollipop chucking something you just ignore? Unless
Well,
it
it
hits you in
depends
the
on the
eyeball or
lollipop. Are we
something.
talking like a little dum-dum or like the run of equity and mercy size?
You have a lot of lollipop questions, and I appreciate
He's like
that. You
a model inmate.
I'm sure the jury will ask these same questions.
Do you mean
You
the
think he had a
Lollipop Guild?
stylist?
The
You think this guy had a
Lollipop Guild
stylist
jury,
when he got
exactly.
his photo taken? Hair and makeup?
I got to say, kind of cute. Yeah, I mean, guy's kind of cute. I mean, you know. Dalton Reed is his name. He's got kind of a bad boyish look there. It is a booking photo.
Except for the lollipop.
He does have, if you're listening, that's why I'm describing him, sort of a thinner face than Robert Redford, but he's got the same hair as Robert Redford, kind of that blondish hair, dirty blonde, I guess you'd call it. Anyway, he was arrested and charged with simple battery, misdemeanor. The confrontation happened in Clearwater, Florida. Home of Scientology, everybody. He was waiting online to be checked out at the dollar store, and he got into an argument with the manager. That boiled over, and he threw the lollipop at the manager. The manager was hit by the lollipop where?
The eyeball.
In his chest. I mean, there, my God, the humanity.
I'd like to see video of this.
Well, this may surprise you.
I'd be willing to bet my lunch that there's alcohol involved.
No, you're close. It's drug paraphernalia. So, there's that. All right. He was arrested. And it was a misdemeanor, by the way. A hole-in-one prize winner sues after she was denied the keys to a new Mercedes-Benz. This is one of those things, like if you get the hole-in-one, they got the car parked there on the golf course, you know?
This isn't the first time this has happened. They don't expect people to win. And then when you win, they're like, what? We can't give you the car.
Right.
You get nothing.
No, you could win this. You could win the car. Yeah, right. But you're not going to get it.
Please
anyone who recorded a hole-in-one at a golf tournament in Central Florida was to win this new Mercedes-Benz. But the tournament was rigged, according to the lawsuit, so that no one could win. Let's read on. The prize winner, Linda Chen of Orange County, never got the keys or the title to the car after she hit the hole-in-one. A new car! I mean, there was all that excitement and photo op and blah, 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 but they never followed through to give her the car.
Wait, it was rigged and it was in Florida? You know who discovered this.
Oh, my God.
You know who was onto this.
Are you saying, John, that do you think it went all the way up to the top?
I think it did.
The event
on a golf course too.
Yeah, Mar-a-lago.
This all happened during a tournament.
Yeah.
Yep.
There has been, well, there is evidence of,
There's never been anything like this.
She filed her lawsuit, did Chen, against the organizer. That was a fundraiser, as I say, called Fins on the Fairway. And she gets the hole-in-one. And when she went to claim her prize, she was told that the guy who was the organizer wouldn't discuss it with her. Instead, he's accused of saying, "You're never going to be able to claim the prize vehicle," and walked off. In court testimony, back and forth paperwork, he said he didn't deny Chen's claim to her prize. Rather, the prize indemnifier, Ace Hole-in-One, did. Oh. So everybody's pointing, it wasn't me, it was the other, Attorneys representing Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando declined a request for comment. And so it grinds on.
They have
Chen
to give
is
her that
suing.
car. Yeah, she's going to court. She's getting that car.
Well, she's getting that car and she's getting damages, probably. Yeah, she wants the... by the way, that is the home course where this all took place of Tiger Woods.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's in the shadow of...
What?
Yeah, I know. It's a
Greatness.
distinguished kind of pedigree. It's, the shadow of greatness. A Florida man rowing an inflatable duck is seen interrupting this CNN report. We show it to you now during the Hurricane
Sarah,
Idalia.
So, we're going to step away from this, the seriousness of this storm for just 1 second. You've got to bear with me because this is something you don't see every day. Guys, what are you doing? Literally, we are...
There's never been anything like this.
Rush hour traffic on Bayshore Boulevard in Tampa. These guys are kayaking down this major thoroughfare, Tampa over my shoulder here. I mean, look at that. I don't want to minimize the serious nature of this storm, but this is what people are dealing with in Tampa as we speak.
Yeah.
Yes,
well,
they're
it's
dealing with an
definitely-
inflatable duck as they row down the street.
It's pretty wild. Yeah.
It was funny.
Meantime, on the other side of Florida, a beachgoer was sitting on the beach in her hospital gown. So right away, there's a little something funky going on.
You haven't done that before?
I really haven't had
It's nice and breezy in the back, where you get tied up in the back.
Yeah, but then you got to sit on the sand, and your rear end is getting the sand in the places where you don't want the sand.
Maybe just call for the nurse.
What he's got
even
going
think of
here
that.
is a situation.
There is a situation, a posterior situation.
Yes.
Officials say that this lovely gal was sitting on the beach in her hospital gown when she spotted an ambulance, and the people who are the paramedics, et cetera, driving the ambulance and handling the ambulance, they were inside dropping off a patient. She jumps in and steals the ambulance.
Oh, yeah.
Another ambulance theft.
Yeah. There's never been anything like it.
There's never been anything like this.
Another has.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I thought you were going to say that she drove off with a new ambulance. I mean, in a sense, she did. Right.
Do you think the medics were like, please take a number? Come on. We're dealing with somebody else right now.
It's wild how they do leave. We've seen this before, how they do leave the engine running or the keys in. It's an odd thing that,
Well, they're busy people.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they are right. They are dealing with people who need,
They're like,
urgent
I gotta
care.
go. I have a thing. Someone's dying.
Of course, she was apprehended because the GPS on the ambulance gave away where she was, and
They never think it through.
she was taken into custody. Meantime, let's get into the animal stories. A hammerhead shark follows a woman on a stand-up paddleboard, making for a tense moment. There is a recent study saying that great white sharks are near California surfers 97% of the time, even though they don't realize it. Yep. But this is a hammerhead shark in Florida that's attracting a lot of attention. And here it is. We've got the video for you now.
Well, yeah, come to the side. We're doing good. Yes.
Don't want to say anything to alert her or to panic her.
Hard to tell. Keep coming. Keep coming.
Keep coming. Maybe time to jump off, please.
Sit down. Yep.
Yeah, so get her on.
Dave.
Dave.
Right here.
It was only for a short amount. Yeah, in the beginning.
You're doing good.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can sit behind.
You do see the fin.
Hard to tell.
Of course, I love sharks. I love sharks. They it is mating season though, isn't it, Albert? Is that the thing?
Right now it's mating season.
Yeah.
And
this
they're
is one
hungry.
of the reasons I have absolutely no interest in doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, stand-up paddleboarding looks really fun.
Yeah, until you're dead.
Yeah.
Maybe like in the canal, but maybe not in the not in Florida.
Yeah, maybe next to the paddle
in
boats.
the canal, you're looking at gators in Florida.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, so be careful.
They don't want to eat people. You know that we don't taste good to them.
Well, it's not that they want.
Yeah, it's not the eating; it's the rejection.
Kim is right.
Mistake us
it's like it's the tasting that's a problem.
Yeah, it's like the sample at Costco. And they throw you back.
Wish I hadn't eaten that. Yeah.
Meantime, hunters catch a 920-pound gator in an Orlando lake. A Central Florida hunting guide said that he and his team caught what could be the second heaviest alligator ever caught in the state. They captured this gator, weighed 920 pounds, measured 13 feet, 3 1/4 inches in length. This guy runs Florida gator hunting and has been a guide and licensed charter captain for almost 20 years. I've lived here my whole life. Oh, here he is. I lived here my whole life. Can we hear him, Albert?
And licensed charter captain for almost 20 years.
Here he is.
But this was once in a lifetime.
I've lived here my whole life, and I think about gators, but I've never really experienced this.
Kevin had his two buddies with
would
him.
you say that there's never been anything like this? Would you say that there's nothing in your history?
There is nothing in our history that quite compares to this.
Would you say?
I've never seen anything like it before.
So immediately, all I kept saying was, guys, we have to be smart. We have to play this safe. And I couldn't have been with better people.
When we saw this gator, it was way bigger than anything we've ever caught before.
It took the guys 4 hours to get the gator.
I laid down in the front of the boat and said, all right, I have to lay down until we get back because I thought I was going to die. That thing was huge.
Kevin says they found it in a lake in the Orlando area where people are.
But ultimately, if a beast of that size gets a hold of you, or God forbid, a child, the odds are tough. And I don't ever feel good about killing an animal. But with that being said, I respect the harvest. These tags are allocated to balance the population.
You know, that's what they do. I feel always weird about that.
Happen elsewhere.
Yeah, but there you can see the gator. We can lose the audio, but yeah,
Kim, they don't like to eat humans.
We don't taste good. Yeah, I think they do. I
mean, alligators. I don't think are quite as discerning about the.
I think they eat whatever they
get.
About
the meal, right? As sharks are.
Yeah.
Meantime,
that is a big ass gator. I'm going to tell you.
There have been a lot of big gators around the country.
That is a drop, Trevor. That is a drop. That is a big ass gator. Is a drop.
This thing is ready to pop, people.
That's right. It's right in that same range.
I wonder if it's time for a pageant. We've had a lot of large gators reported. What if they had a gator pageant?
No, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Sadly, they
before they kill
off them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is there are 2 sandhill cranes in this video that are actually helping a young alligator cross a Florida road. Look at this. This is the gator. You'd think they would run, but they actually lead the way for this little gator.
Yeah, it's a cute little guy. Look at that gator.
Yeah. To cross the road. It's a little tiny gator, very cute.
They kind of look like Secret Service birds.
They do. They are like your entourage.
Yeah.
But look how they're protecting the little gator. I don't know. I think that's very cute.
Well, the gator might be an influencer.
That's in Hernando Beach, Florida. A manatee was spotted eating grass after the Idalia floods. That brought out a lot of wildlife, the floods. And the manatee was spotted. I think we have video of it. Don't we, Albert, or not? Albert's balancing a lot of video. Here it is. After Hurricane Idalia tore through Florida early Wednesday, this is in Port Charlotte, a manatee eating the grass on someone's property that had been flooded by the storm. So it brought that manatee on shore, in effect, because the water was everywhere.
Wow.
Those manatees are really sensitive. You know, they can only eat certain things. And they have any interaction with people, it essentially kills them. It's kind of wild.
They have like an allergy, like a gluten allergy.
They have they're very fragile. Just the way Kim is.
What?
Santa Rosa, I think.
This thing is ready to pop, people.
Santa Rosa County Sheriff deputies arrested a man on Sunday morning. This just happened this week. He threatened them, and he threatened others with a crowbar.
Wow.
The man was identified as Anthony Brad Moreno.
I'd be willing to bet my lunch that there's alcohol involved.
There may be something going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Anthony Brad.
Yeah, but he did.
Meth.
Wow, that's
What's wrong with his hair?
Is that
like
aluminum foil, or what is that, Albert, in his head?
It looks like paint.
Oh, paint.
On the ears, on
paint,
the,
a
on the
fine shorts.
too.
Yeah,
It could be excess cocaine.
Excess cocaine, yeah.
It could be. As it turns out, it's white paint. I'm just looking. Deputies say that he was wearing white paint. He says that he is Joker, and that's why he's wearing the white paint.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't Joker be green?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to start somewhere that is like maybe a base color is the white, and then you put the
like
green in
primer,
after, and they
like
got
a
him
primer
during the
layer,
process. Yeah. Friends, with that, we must pick a favorite. And I'd like to quickly review what we have heard about today, and in some cases seen today. The Florida customer online waiting at the Family Dollar store gets angry at the manager and throws a lollipop at him. Cops were called, and now he's in custody. The hole-in-one prize winner suing after she got the hole-in-one but didn't get the Mercedes-Benz promised her when she hit the hole-in-one.
A new car!
Yeah, she didn't get the new car. The Florida man who was rowing an inflatable duck behind the CNN live report. Very strong. Yeah, okay. All right. The Florida woman in the hospital gown, there on the beach, steals the ambulance. The hammerhead shark following the woman on the stand-up paddleboard in Florida waters. The hunters catching the 920-pound, what they called him a beast. I feel kind of bad for the gator, of course, but the gator was apprehended in an Orlando area lake. Took 4 hours to bring the gator in. And the cranes helping the alligators cross the road. That video was quite moving. It was sweet, almost Disney-esque, I thought. The manatee spotted eating grass after the Idalia floods affected so many places that a lawn was flooded, and the manatee was actually able to make its way onto the lawn and to eat. And finally, the Florida man in custody after threatening people with a crowbar. His booking picture shows he had a coat of white paint on his head, and he claimed he was the Joker. We don't want to pick a favorite. We love all of our children equally, but the bylaws of this show require that we pick a favorite. And so I ask you for your favorite, please. Fabulous producer, John Daly.
Fabulous producer, John Daly.
I agree with Karen. There are too many ambulance stories coming out of Florida. I feel like that's so overdone. So I have to go with Gator Private Security.
Gator Private Security. You like the...
I'm with Debbie.
You like the gator walking across the road.
Yeah. Very important. He's a VIP.
In being guarded by the two birds.
Yeah.
The cranes. Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that before.
I mean, I think that's a fair...
There's never been anything like this.
Never been anything like it. Kim, I ask you, what's your favorite, please?
Kim, how are you?
You know, I feel like I love the crane, little baby gator, but that big gator, that gigantor, it was pretty cool. But still,
Pretty cool until he was killed.
I put myself in the position of doing a stand-up broadcast and having the duck row by behind me. I think I have to go with the duck. The inflatable duck. I'm going there. Yeah.
All right. The inflatable duck from Kim. Yeah. That was very Florida. You had hurricane, flood, and weird, kind of funky, which was Florida. I can definitely think that's a defensible position. Albert, what was your favorite, please?
Yeah,
Albert,
in the polls, inflatable duck is the popular one with the woman stealing the ambulance close second. I kind of like the inflatable duck. It's just a great visual. There was no context to that story. Usually the stories I find, there's like text and something to go off of. That was just, you just watch the video and it's straightforward and it's
all you need
only
to know.
in Florida.
Yeah.
Albert, I agree with Julie. You really have outdone yourself this time.
It was very strong, Albert.
Albert, thank you.
Yeah, very strong. Yeah.
I didn't add a different search this week, but I didn't find anything. I'm adding into my algorithm Florida machete to see if there's any new stories now.
And inflatable.
Unfortunately, no, nothing this week.
Kim, did you ever have a weird report like that? Something behind you?
Yeah, but because I was a radio reporter, nobody could see what was happening. But I had a lot of people walking behind me, like waving, doing things, making
nobody
noises.
Yelling or grabbing
people
your mic.
Yelling swear words. Yeah, nobody ever grabbed my microphone, but a lot of people swore behind me. Yeah,
I was mauled on Thanksgiving Day by a bunch of 12-year-olds at a Thanksgiving. So literally mauled. There were tons of them, and I had to throw back. I was doing a weather live show. It was right at the beginning of my career. It was like the first year of my television stuff. And I literally had to just throw it back to the studio. It was horrible. It was just awful. So it does.
There's never been anything like this.
It really had not been anything like that.
You should have brought some candy to throw.
Exactly what I needed. I like the cranes also. That was my favorite. Karen Q says, "Can we see the cranes again?"
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the bylaws require that you'll have to go back and watch them again on your own.
But there's no alligator murder in that one. So.
Crane crossing guard, so cute. Yeah, exactly. That's Friday Fabulous Florida for today.
This has been Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
Y'all come back now here.
John Daly, thank you for joining us. Have a great day and a
producer, John Daly.
Great show and the After Party Live. And continued success, pal. Love seeing you.
We'll see you at 105 Pacific.
Oh, yes. Bye-bye, John.
Bye.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.